OT strategy. Attachment with vertical insertion. Sphere diameter of 1.8. Standard Patricks. Long Patricks. Steady. Rotative cap for duplication. Rotative cap for stainless steel housings. Illustration in the catalog technical manual on page 15. Mounting technique for intercoronal attachments. This item balances and adjusts the mass to avoid porousness during the cooling of the cast metal. Self-alignment of the cap with sphere parallelism, avoiding traumas during the insertion and cap and sphere wear out. Tools. Mandrel for parallelometer. Insert the attachment sphere on the parallelometer key, pushing it up to the end. Positioning of the sphere in parallel. Push the parallelometer key down until attachment touches the gingival ridge. Link the sphere to crown with a generous amount of wax. This will be helpful after casting to mill and create an insertion slide and a counter attachment. Using a burr for wax, mill the surface parallel to the attachment, making a rest shoulder and an interlock connection between the two abutments. Use good quality investment mixed under vacuum. Cast crowns. Finish and position on the model. Before revising millings, protect the sphere surface, inserting a black processing cap. The locking board must be thin and polished in order to ensure good hygiene and does not stress tissues below. With this duplication procedure, we obtain the metal box directly during casting. Insert the duplication-shaped cap over the sphere. Prepare and duplicate model and investment, waxing the framework up. Completely cover with wax the surface of the duplication cap in order to obtain its shape after casting. Use good quality investment mixed under vacuum. Sandblast cast framework. Carefully clean up the cast box. Insert a black processing cap and proceed with electropolishing. Using rubber and brush burrs, complete polishing of cast framework. Insert permanent rotative cap and fit framework over crowns. Finished work positioned over model. Strategy. Positioning of optional steady. Catalog page 16. It's possible to connect to the steady both the standard and the long base sphere. Steady can be positioned with the original shape and size or shortened up to fit any project. Steady plus standard base sphere is suggested when gingival margin is flat and regular, and this way it'll be easier to align the attachment and use the whole surface. Retracted gingival ridge. Strategy technique using long patricks. It's necessary to connect the steady with a long base sphere when gingival margin is low and not aligned. Add wax under the attachment to shape up connection with tissue. Use good quality investment mixed under vacuum. Always insert a black processing cap during sandblasting procedures. Models with sandblasted crowns. Images of the two versions of steadies, regular flat gingival margin and low non-aligned one. In this case, the steady needs to be positioned at the maximum low on distal extension in order to gain vertical dimension of articulation. Duplication of models and investment with duplication-shaped cap. Same preparation and procedure for both the steadies options. If sometime after casting, the box should fit a little tight, in future castings, first brush the cap with some paint in order to add an extra layer. After casting, the cap will easily click into the framework. During waxing up a framework, cover the cap shape and investment with a thin layer of wax in order to obtain the cast box. Proceed with casting. Use good quality investment mixed under vacuum. Working with burrs on cast metal, be careful do not polish the internal siege of cast box too much in order to not remove any necessary undercuts. If you carefully follow all directions, the working routine will be simplified and caps will always click into boxes easily. Finished framework inserted over model. Assembling of the two structures will work with a rigid and stable connection. If desired, it's possible to reduce loadings on the distal surface. After work is finished, just file up bar's surface in order to create a sort of space between the two structures. Connection between the two cast elements close to the abutment area. Concentrate loadings mostly along the main abutment's axis, preserving distal freedoms. When work is finished, always replace the black processing cap with the retentive one, the most suited for the project. OT strategy mounting technique, prefabricated and stainless steel housing. Retentive caps, shaped for stainless steel housing. Stainless steel housing. Housing position. Positioning of OT strategy attachment and use of elastic retentive caps with prefabricated stainless steel boxes is illustrated in the catalog technical manual on page 15. Some clinical cases. Permanent metal ceramic crowns with strategy attachments. Temporary removable denture in resin. Stainless steel boxes cured into pink resin. Roots retain denture. Low vertical dimension. strategy attachments with metal reinforcement to avoid breakup of resin too. When work is finished, reduce attachment surface near the steady area. In this way, a space is created between the two elements in order to allow some distal freedom of movement during the overloading of mastication, the denture being a lateral edentulous. Second case. Third case.